afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. This is Brian from Interexistence, and welcome to today's Handpan Hangout. I usually call them Handpan strolls, but since we're just outside at the house today, it won't be a stroll. It's just going to be a hangout. And yeah, before we get started, I have some bad news to share. So this will be effectively my last daily live stream. Yeah, it's been a tough month. Lost my grandfather a couple weeks ago, went to his funeral last week. My wife had a flat tire in her car today, so that was fun. And then this week I got the news that effectively I would not be able to go out anywhere during my lunch breaks at work without signing out, writing the time that I left, the time that I got back, the reason for leaving. So yeah, effectively shutting me down from being able to get out in nature during my lunch breaks and do these live streams. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, I want to go ahead and play all our instruments today out here. I'm working from home today, as you can tell, so I'll be able to play for a little while on this beautiful day. Start with the baby pan. I was going to play that a couple days ago at the lake before I got the news that I wouldn't be able to. So this one was up next, but I got everything with me. I got the hung over here, I got the neotone over there, I got my Malog today, so we'll sit down and play them all. Hopefully we don't have too much construction noise. They just started up like a little while ago, right over there just before while I was setting up here. But otherwise there's been a lot of bird activity over here at the bird feeder, which has been nice. Some crickets. It's been really nice out here today. Working outside all day. Feels like a late summer day in mid-70s Fahrenheit, so it's really nice out. So yeah, anyway, I'm not really sure what that'll mean for the future of Interexistence. Technically I could still do live streams either early in the morning or late at night. But it'd be mostly indoors, so that's not quite the nature settings that we're used to having. But yeah. I was already planning to do that at nighttime with the on TikTok. What are you saying there? Was it sunny over there and rainy over here? I don't know. It was rainy a lot yesterday, but yeah, it's nice today. Up until early this morning, actually, it was rainy. So now it kind of opened up, and we got a really beautiful day here today now. Thanks for tuning in, Sylvan. I was just watching some of your pictures and videos again from your Hajmeen performance, which looked like it was a really cool event. Hopefully it went well for you. baby pan aside for a while and we'll switch to something else. The good thing about this with me being at home is I could go a little bit more than a half hour if I want to. No, you didn't miss any accidents, bird poop, or gimbal issues quite yet. I didn't check the battery of my gimbal yet so far, so hopefully it's okay. You would think I'd learned my lesson by now, but yeah. No, the big incident is that this will be my last daily live stream, as I'm now effectively not able to go out during my lunch breaks at work. Pretty much shutting me down from doing that, so pretty sad. Yeah, I know, right? Mona, look at you tuning in for a live stream. Good to see you there. Is it a shorter lunch? Yeah, essentially they are forcing us to sign out anytime we leave the office for any reason, and sign back in and put a reason for why we were leaving. So it's their way of basically saying no more hour-long lunch breaks out in nature without actually saying that. So yeah. Yeah, anarchy, I know, right? Yeah. Found that out a couple days ago, and yeah, it was tough. Right in the middle of peak foliage season too, man. I was looking forward to that. So I started the live streams almost a year ago. It was middle of October, so it was like right after the peak foliage, and now I'm stopping doing the live streams right before right before the peak foliage. So I was looking forward to it all year. Driving by it on my way home from work, and I'm like, no, I need to be out there playing. Thank you, Mona. I appreciate it. I'll still be able to do like occasional live streams. Like they're not stopping me from doing live streams, but it'll be tough with my schedule. Maybe be able to do them on the weekend, depending on what my kids are doing. And then once the weather starts getting better again in the spring, I can probably come out here in the early morning. But right now it's getting darker and colder, so that's not really a possibility right now. By the time I need to start getting ready for work, it's barely getting light out. So. Every time I hit those two notes together, I'm like, that doesn't sound good. Something else will open up. Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, I was planning to do live streams like inside in my basement at nighttime. I was gonna focus on TikTok with that, and now I gotta figure out what to do with YouTube as well. I was gonna stick with the nature streams for YouTube, and then the like meditation nighttime live streams with the neotone at home at nighttime. But I don't know. Now I'll have to try to figure something else out. I don't want to abandon YouTube. How you like my setup out here, Alex? Hey Eric, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. Yeah, this is my backyard here. Usually I try to do these live streams out in nature, but today I'm working from home. And I decided to just set up. Got all my handpans here, and we can switch through them. And yeah, I actually do have some decent nature sites around this area that I haven't explored with handpan playing, so that'll be a possibility at some point. Like I said, maybe when the weather starts getting warmer and lighter in the morning again in the spring, I could try to trek out a few minutes away from the house and set up shop somewhere. We'll see. Would have been nice if tree we got over us here was starting to turn. It's only beginning to turn. Maybe I'll be able to get out here when it's in peak color. This is our mulberry tree here we have in the backyard. Birds love it when it's fruiting. I don't know. Bloom. I don't know. What's the term for when it starts having fruit? When it's bearing fruit, the birds love it. They go nuts for this tree, all over it, and the squirrels too. They love it too. Very popular with the animals. I was gonna say how we doing on time here, but you know what? I'll go till whenever I'm done. Unfortunately, it's been a pretty slow day at work, which is good because I had to duck away for an hour to go get my wife's tire changed. So that was fun. Unfortunately, it was quick. We found a guy local that was able to do it for pretty cheap. She's got my car for the day. I don't have to get my daughter yet because she's going to be going to after school care. It's only 2 o'clock, so we're good. How many Handpans do I have? Not too many. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the 4. I have to count them, as if 4 is a very high number. But I have a very variety of Handpans, you could say. Some people find a certain sound and stick to it, and other people have a variety of different sounds and styles. So I don't know. I'm sure I'll gravitate towards one or the other eventually, but I like to have a nice variety purposely for these live streams, just to be able to change it up and bring you guys some different things. Alright, I think we're done with the symphonic steel iskra. As I hit the as I hit two notes that sound terrible together. The symphonic steel iskra Malog Celsier stainless steel G-sharp Malog Celsier. It's been a fun one playing these live streams. Alright, so what you're saying there. Alright, so shall we do the hung or the neotone next? Any preferences? Very, very different. I'll wait in case anybody has a preference. Yeah, I've set everything up before I started the live stream, so it should be good to go. The hung. You want to hear the hung now? Alright. I know. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it, man. That's how I was told. Hung instead of hang or hang. I know you want to call it hang or hang. I don't know. I mean, now I'm used to saying hung, so. You can't call it, it calls you. Very well said, Sylvan, very well said. That's true. Once you hear it, you're like, that is a magical sound, and it calls me. Man, I'm so disappointed. I had the first day that the Hopkinton State Park is going to be opening up again. I had it set on my calendar. I was so excited to get back there. Haven't been able to go there since April because they start charging for parking until the middle of October. And now I won't be able to go and get back to the waterfall and to the lake that we like over there, the reservoir. Frustrating. So much for tuning in. If you wouldn't mind giving this video a like and following or subscribing to the channel if you're not already, I'd appreciate it. Normally we would do live streams around this time each weekday, but I don't know what the schedule is going to be going forward, so I mean, I got a whole bunch of old videos I can try to clip shorts from and post those, and I'll probably do that at least for the time being. But thanks for tuning in, Sylvan. Appreciate it. See you later, man. Have a good one. Trying to think how we do that with this one. For here. 30 minutes, huh? Nice. There we go. Over our usual 30-minute mark. Usually I do these for about 20 minutes and then I do like a 10-minute stroll, 5 to 10 minutes. So today we're just kind of playing until we're done. Cycling through all my instruments. I got one more left. Probably hang up the hung up the hang. Hang up the hung for now. I'll go ahead and switch to the neotone. I don't know how the volume will be in comparison to the other ones. I started it up earlier just to make sure it sounded alright. I wasn't going to be overpowering, but usually this one's a little bit louder than the others. So if you have your speaker turned up because you can't really hear it, which is often the case with this microphone for whatever reason, you might want to turn it down a little bit before I start playing this. So it can be a little bit louder. Yeah, you love the bass on this one. Yeah, actually you can change the tone completely, as you know, as you played with it a couple weeks ago, or last week. Was it last week? Yeah. But yeah, with this one, I like to set it with the deep ding. This is an F2 on this one. Yeah, very different from the others. Yeah, it does have an amazing sound, doesn't it? Yeah. It is a special instrument for sure. They do make regular handpans, by the way, that have this low ding. This is just replicating actual handpans just like this. Well, not just like this, more like the other one that I was playing earlier. I'm going to switch it up. This one was a F2, what did they call that scale? Blue Moon, they called it. It's a custom scale. It's not one that you would normally find on a regular handpan. But I've been playing a lot of Pygmy on this one. F sharp 2 Pygmy in particular. Wow, yeah, it is a pretty cool instrument, right? It was funny, the last time I did one of these live streams at home, it was about a month ago, and that was the day that this arrived. I was actually on the live stream when it arrived here. Gotta love the low Pygmy, right? So meditative. So that was my plan, was to start incorporating this more in some TikTok live streams, just doing kind of more meditative stuff at nighttime and inside. Yeah, now we'll see what the future of the YouTube streaming is. Now that I won't be able to do the nature streams anymore. How's it going there, Gamer 1616? Thanks for tuning in, appreciate it. Just enjoying this beautiful day. At some point I gotta get back to work, huh? 2:30 now. We've been going for almost an hour? No, 37 minutes, okay. That's where I started at, yeah, I started at 1:30, right? notice the scale change there? I went from the F sharp pygmy to the F2 pygmy, so a little bit different. Very slightly different, not majorly different. They both have a very deep ding, but it's F sharp versus a regular F. Birds are being rather active today. Hopefully you're hearing more bird noise than construction noise over there. The birds do love the music, yeah. That's one of the special things about getting out in nature, is just having the birds hanging out, adding their own ambiance to it. Fortunately, we have a good amount of bird activity in my yard here. Got a bird feeder right, like directly behind the camera here. I'm watching them on the feeder. And like I said, they like the tree as well, right above me. Haven't been pooped on yet, so that's good. I don't know how long to go on this stream today. Usually I have a set cutoff time for 30 minutes, and today I'm just kind of going with the flow. Yeah, if you want to hear any of the other hand pans again, let me know. Got the baby pan over here, we got the hung here. I got the Malog over there still, or I can stick with the neotone for now. Switch it to Amara. We got the B Amara, which is a little bit lower as well. I have a lot of custom scales, but I need to be set up with the app at the time to do that, to switch them. So each one of these tone fields here, I can switch to a preset scale, so it changes up the tone completely. But there's only the 9 of them, and then if I use the app, I can switch it to like any number of scales, basically infinite scales. Right now I have about, I don't know, 40 of them loaded in there that I can play with. That's the Amara, also known as Celtic. For now, it's very easy to turn it back on if you want to hear it again. I got the speaker right here for the the digital handpan. Works pretty well. No, the volume is really low. You're correct. I've had issues with this microphone since I got it. If I turn it up too loud, it gets too distorted. Not distorted, but there gets too much background noise, hissing, and I don't know. It's weird. If I turn up the gain on it, basically, then yeah, it doesn't work very well. So I usually leave it on the lower end so that it's not bad. You can just turn up your volume on your speaker. But yeah, going from the neo tone back to the hung, you can really notice the difference. Oh, it's okay at your place? Okay, good. Yeah. Throwing myself off there. I'm out of practice with the hung. Nice. I think it's also the chair. I'm not used to sitting with my arms being hindered like this. I'm usually sitting in my cushion out in nature. Alright, I'm done with that one. Lost the flow. Yeah, it's a fun little one to play. Anyway, what are you saying there? Yeah, you just turn up your headset. Yeah, I mean, that's the downside. I don't know. It's a really great microphone. I don't know why I've had such issues with it. Maybe it's just because I'm live streaming. I don't know. A lot of people use it and they record with it and it sounds fantastic. But I've had issues with it. I even replaced it with a brand new one just to see if it was an issue with the one that I had before. Let's see. Oh, I got a party of mourning doves over there hanging out. I don't know, what was I saying? Yeah, so I replaced it with a new one and it's still giving me the same issues. And it might just be because I'm live streaming. I think if I sit really close to the microphone, it picks it up really nicely. Like if I have it set up with a gimbal right now, so I can carry the gimbal and walk around with it, and it stabilizes my my phone. So if I'm right up next to the right up next to the microphone, it picks me up perfectly, and it's no problem at all. But sitting a little bit further away, it seems to have issues. And I also have it set to a broader spectrum so that it can pick up nature sounds around us. And maybe if I directed it more narrowly, it might help things a bit. But didn't want to take away from the nature sounds around us. So anyway, maybe now that I'm not doing the nature streams, I'll tweak the settings a little bit and see if that helps. So anyway, yeah, in case you're curious, this is a first gen Panart hung in G sharp Akebono. So it was originally a G Akebono, we believe. And it had been sitting for such a long time that basically all the notes shifted. And so got closer to a G sharp instead. And then Josh Rivera of Rivera Steel Tuning, he tuned it a couple months ago to a G sharp. So classic first gen Panart hung sound, which is just a beautiful tone. Nothing quite replicates it. I got my digital handpan over there, and that can't replicate a hung. As many amazing things as that can do, it can't replicate the sound of this. Anyway, I think I might go ahead and wrap it up pretty soon. Get back to work. I am supposed to be working right now. But it's been pretty slow. I've been monitoring things, making sure I'm not getting behind on anything. Anyway, like I said, I won't be able to do the daily live streams anymore out in nature, sadly, because of new policy at my company. Basically keeping us from leaving our desk for the most part, kind of chaining us to our desk, unfortunately, to have a good reason anytime we leave the office for any reason. So, pretty sad after doing these live streams for a year, almost a year. I was just about at the year mark on a couple weeks, so felt like, I don't know, it was just something that was really, I don't know, special to me, like being out in nature, playing the handpan, something I really discovered was really important to me, so not really sure what the future of interexistence will be. Like I said, I can still do live streams from the house, or maybe early mornings once the weather starts getting better in the spring, but we'll see. That's quite a ways away now as we head into the fall and the winter. But yeah, look for me on YouTube, TikTok. I'll try to do live streams from the house. I'm gonna try to spruce up my my setup in the house, make a more meditative, comfortable setting. I've already done 3 live streams on TikTok, so I got the hang of it. It's just improving my my setup a little bit, so it looks a little bit nicer, more professional. Right now I just kind of have a little cushion that I sit on, and I have my speaker, the speaker that's down here. I pipe sound effects through it, so it sounds like a nature setting. You can change it to different things. You can adjust the volumes of the birds or the water, so it works really well. I was surprised with it. I have that set up on my iPad, and I can change it on the fly with my neotone. So look for those. Those will be on TikTok. I've done it a couple times already. But I'm try to make a regular thing of that. And as far as YouTube goes, I'm not really sure. If I had like a second phone, I could do it on both at the same time. I do have my iPad, but it's not as good of a quality as the iPhone is as far as the camera goes. So I've already tried to do a Instagram live stream on that one time with the front camera, and it was just not very good quality. Yeah, I'll try to do some live streams at nighttime for sure. Which one is my favorite? Ooh, that's a tough question. I don't know, honestly. I would say it's either between the neotone and the hung, but they're so different. It's tough to pick one as being my favorite since they're not even comparable. I love the versatility of the neotone, but at the same time, it's basically like an artificial handpan in a way. Like it's not the real thing. But with the flexibility, being able to change the scales and being able to carry around one instrument instead of, you see some handpan professionals carrying around just bags and bags of handpans for their shows and everything, and to be able to use one instrument that you can plug into a speaker, so that's another issue with the handpan is it's tough to mic up, so you can hear it over other instruments and everything. If you're out performing or out in outside, it can be hard to hear sometimes, especially with the deeper scales, like the one that I was playing there with the F2. Those are harder to hear out in nature because of the low tones. The higher tones usually work better. But yeah, like I was saying with the neotone, it fixes a lot of those issues. But yeah, it's hard to replicate the sound of this first handpan officially. First handpans that were ever created. So they have a really special tone, and can't really replace that with a digital version. Actually, they could, and they would be sued by Pan Art. So nobody's going to be doing that anytime soon. But I'm sure, yeah, you probably could replicate the sound. It just wouldn't have the same exact feel. Yeah, anyway, what are you saying there? Your two favorites are the same, yeah, the hung and the digital, yeah. But the baby band's a lot of fun too, and the Malog Celsius that I was playing a few songs with, that was a really special tone. I love playing that one out in nature. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I don't know when I'll be live again. What did you say there? Yeah, if I do live on TikTok, you'll catch them. Good. Yeah. Like I said, I will probably do that. I just don't know exactly when. Well, it's the weekend now, so maybe I'll go live tonight. I don't know. One thing I like to do is if my wife isn't home, I'll come out and I'll do a live stream out of the fire pit. I've done that a couple times. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's easier to do when it's just me home by myself. Yeah, anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you wouldn't mind giving this video a like and following or subscribing to the channel, if you aren't already, I'd appreciate it. And I will try to go live again as soon as I'm able to, whether it's at nighttime, outside, or down in the basement, or next time I'm working from home like today. So, anyway. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Mona. I appreciate it. Yeah, the insect sounds, I know, but the crickets sound amazing and the birds chirping away. It's been a nice day out here to sit out here and play and sit out here and work. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you want, be sure to practice brief mindfulness moments throughout your day, and as always, stay positive and love your life.